Let's talk after school snacks. We all know that when our kids get home, they haven't eaten for several hours, they tend to be ravenous, and it is important for them to be getting calories at that time since that's a natural low point in our blood sugar. So here are some options for snacks without breaking out the chip bag or breaking into candy bags and things like that. Right here are in the front, we'll start here. These are some easy things that you can either purchase or make on your own. Right here we have roasted chickpeas. You might say, well, roasted chickpeas, where am I going to get that? Actually, all you have to do is buy a can of chickpeas, drain it and rinse it, dry it off, and roast it for about 15 or 20 minutes dry. Then add a little bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, roast it another 10 to 15, and you get these lovely little crunchy chickpeas, and they're delicious, and you can flavor them with any kind of spices that you want. They tend to be pretty addictive, and they've got a lot of fiber and don't tend to be as junky as the chips. Here's some other options, and this is especially good if you tend to have kids who have nut allergies or something like that. This is roasted sunflower seeds. Again, you can roast your own or buy them pre-roasted at places like Sprouts, Natural Grocers, things like that. These are pumpkin seeds. Now, they look a little different from the stuff we pull out of our jack-o'-lanterns because they're shelled. And these are called pepitas. And roasted up, they are absolutely delicious. So that's another little crunchy snack that your kids might want to try. What are these, you ask? These little green papers. If you're a sushi fan, you might kind of recognize these. These are seaweed snacks, roasted seaweed snacks. I picked these up at Trader Joe's, very inexpensive. And they're just kind of a fun little flavor change. Some kids like them, some kids don't. They have a lot of vitamin C in there, so it's just kind of a different thing, and it actually kind of, again, introduces your kids to another flavor profile. On the back row here, we have some other things. Do you ever think about olives being a snack? They're really good. They have good fats. They're filling, so that might be something to think about. Pickles, not too bad, and actually there's some benefit to buying pickles because they're fermented, and sometimes they will have some of the good bacteria in there. Roasted nuts of any kind. If your kiddo likes nuts and can eat nuts, you can either buy them pre-roasted or you can actually roast them yourself. I will get bags of the raw nuts at big box warehouse stores, and if you lay them out on a cookie sheet at 175 degrees for about 4 hours, they're perfect. And they don't really need any extra salt or flavoring, and they're dry roasted. So it's a great option. Here's some other things you might want to consider. Beef jerky. Most of us don't think of that as being a healthy choice, but they're coming out with better stuff now. You can see this is all natural. It doesn't have any nitrates in it. It does tend to be a little pricier, but it's nice because it's filling and it is protein. If your kiddos like peanut butter, you can actually get natural peanut butter. That's not too terrible in these singles, and those are really nice for just on the go or packing in a lunch if you want. And these are some of my favorite products here. This is Justin's nut butters, and they are individual packets that you can just tear and squeeze and go on whatever. And they come in maple, honey, and plain. They come in peanut butter. There's even a cashew chocolate one. The sugar's not too bad. Certainly a little bit better than what you're going to get with some of the more mainline brands. And lastly, what about dessert? Because don't we all like a little dessert? So in terms of candy and chocolate and things like that, actually chocolate can be a great choice. Now, a lot of kids are not big fans of dark chocolate, but your taste can adjust. You can start with something like this, where it has a little bit of hazelnut toffee in there to give it a little sweetness. Still not over the top on sugar. But these dark chocolate bars tend to have a lot of polyphenols in there that are very protective for your heart. May have potential to help prevent cancer and diabetes. So this is actually an indulgence you don't have to feel guilty about. And the nice thing about these bars is, yes, they're expensive, but they're so intense in their flavor that just breaking off the end is going to be a pretty satisfying experience for most of us. So these are just some ideas, and you guys may have others, but I just wanted to share some of our favorites at our house, and I hope that helps, and thank you for listening today.